Hello and welcome to my meditation. My name is Debra Baker and I'm so grateful that you have joined us for this little while. We are meditating this month on feeling at home. You ready? Let's get started. So let's begin with 3 nice, really deep breaths. First, breathing into our chest. Feeling your chin, the skin of your chest expand. Holding it for a moment or as long as it's comfortable, and then allowing it to release nice and slowly. And now fill up your chest and your upper back. Just feel your entire rib cage expand. Maybe take a little bit more air. Hold it for a moment. And then release it nice and slowly. Now take the biggest breath you've taken all day into your chest, your upper back, all the way down into your belly. Hold it for as long as you like, and then breathe out. So now let's work on, for a moment, relaxing our bodies. So first, just take a couple of cleansing breaths and imagine any stress or tension that you might be holding on to. Just washing away. And you know how, since it's November when I record this, when you're cold and you come in and how good it feels to warm up, you know, your feet and your hands warm up and your body. So let's imagine that that warming up sensation is similar to relaxing our bodies. And so we feel it starting right at our heart space. This beautiful white light radiating from our heart space, and it relaxes our shoulder blades. Maybe pull your shoulder blades back and then pull your shoulders forward and just kind of feel that little bit of relaxation there. And as it's moving up, pull your shoulders up to your ears and tuck your chin and just do a little squeeze, gentle little squeeze, and feel that relaxation, that warmth move all the way up through your head, neck, and shoulders. And now feel it moving down your belly. Maybe tighten your abs for a second and then release them. Clench your fists and then release them. Tuck your arms into your sides and release them. Feel that warmth moving down, all the way down to your tailbone. Maybe pull up your glutes for a moment and your pelvic floor and then release it, and then press your legs together. And as you release them, feel that relaxation just moving all the way through your body as your body has warmed up to this sense of peace and relaxation. So what I said last week was that we were going to talk about feeling at home in our environment, and my guides pointed out to me that we are not completely finished with feeling at home in our bodies. So we're going to do a little thinking about our bodies and not judging them according to anybody's outside opinion of what they should look like or act like or feel like, but just going on how we feel in our bodies, how our infinite soul has settled into our bodies. You know, you occasionally meet somebody and think to yourself, that person does not look like they feel comfortable in their own skin. And so that's our goal, our continued goal this week, to feel comfortable in our own skin. And how my guides drove it home to me, and I mentioned this briefly on one of my Facebook posts, is I remember when my father was nearing the end of his life and realizing how sweet it had been to have this human life and to have these connections with all of his loved ones, and we were all around him. You know, we spent the last 6 weeks or so, pretty much someone was with him all the time. And I imagine each of us, when our souls leave our body for the last time, we will look back on our bodies with fondness. In the same way that if you remember as a kid, you know, maybe outgrowing a favorite outfit and thinking, gosh, I had so much fun in that outfit and now it doesn't fit me anymore. Or maybe you wore it out. Maybe it's a favorite pair of shoes that got a hole in them. But when you look on these things fondly and you remember all the great times that you had, imagine, magnify that to your soul leaving your body and looking back on it. Or your soul having left your body and looking at your body and noticing all the places that your feet took you. And your legs and how strong they were, or maybe they weren't, but just they were your legs. And you can't imagine at this point having this human experience in any other body than the one that you have right now. So just take a moment, I'll be quiet, and let's just imagine how comfortable we really are in our bodies. Maybe you look at your hands and you think of all the wonderful things your hands have held. Someone else's hand, maybe a baby, or, you know, hugging someone, maybe holding a pen or a pencil, or a paintbrush, some way, maybe a camera. However you feel and have felt creative with your hands. How your infinite soul expressed through your hands. And you feel your heart space. You look and you feel your heart space. You feel the energy that's around your heart space, that was around your heart space, and know how much you loved, how fully, how sometimes you loved so much that it hurt. It hurt to say goodbye. You know, it hurt for a variety of reasons. But what a badge of honor to have that hurt, to know that you loved so much that it hurt. Because when we feel pain, we feel alive. Not that we welcome pain or we try to create it, but it is true that when we feel pain, we feel alive in our bodies. I often hear people who had near-death experiences say they knew they were back in their body when they felt pain, because as soon as their soul left their body, they didn't have any of those sensations. So imagine your precious body and look into your face. And remember and know how many people have looked for your face in the past and will look for it in the future. how seeing your face has given comfort to so many. I remember it never occurred to me to look at my grandmother and think that she had wrinkles, because she was my grandmother and I loved her so much. She was perfect, just the way she was. I just adored her. And there are people who feel that way about you. They're not looking at your flaws. And that's what you are being invited to do right now, is not look at your flaws, but to see all the love that has moved through your cells. And now to think about that you are breathing. You are still in this body. You still get to enjoy it. You know, the 5 senses. Your favorite fragrance. There's that fragrance of piles of leaves. I couldn't even describe it, but most of us know what it smells like, or leaves just piling up on the lawn or the street or the sidewalk. And so many different fragrances, your favorite foods or beverages. Even the essence of your loved ones. I've known a lot of people who held on to clothing from someone who passed away because it still smelled like them. And so your essence is very precious, even if you're not aware of what it is. And think about what you see, all the things that you see around you through the eyes of your human body. So when you pass, you can still see them, but it's not the same. It's not the same as being present in that wonderful human body you have and experiencing Earth from an insider's perspective. Think of your favorite sounds, probably the voices of your loved ones, their laughter. Maybe it's one of your pets. Maybe it's the sound that your car makes when you start it. One of my favorite sounds is when I turn my sewing machine on. Back in the old days when we used to hear that computer noise, that I can't even think of the name of it, but it would be coming over your phone line until you got connected. And some of those fun sounds. And tastes. And your favorite foods. And your favorite sensory experiences, like touching a soft blanket or running your fingers over a baby's bald head or the fine, fine hair. So many wonderful things result because you have a body, and I invite you to appreciate it and not think about all of those extraneous things, but to truly appreciate your presence in your human body right now. What a precious body you have, perfect for you right now. And it is your home. It is your infinite soul's home on earth for however long. And every single soul that I've ever talked to after they passed said, enjoy it. It goes by so quickly. And so let's make a promise to ourselves to just enjoy being in a human form this week. However we experience it, whether we're walking or riding in a car or sitting in a chair, looking out the window, being in nature, it doesn't matter. Just enjoy wherever you are right now. These moments are precious. Being at home on earth right now is such a gift. I remind you to enjoy it and to remember that you truly are whole and perfect exactly as you are right now. There's nothing you need to change, amend, improve upon. You're whole and perfect right now, exactly as you are. And the one presence and the one power moving in, through, and as me honors and recognizes the one presence and the one power moving in, through, and as you. Namaste. Have a wonderful week.